Good morning. What's going on YouTube? This is another video from behind the scenes of freedom here at Natural Flows Studios, which is a virtual place, but it's my home. So yesterday I posted that I went travelling with my toilet, and I didn't mean to make light of a really serious situation. But anyway, this morning I'm thinking about it again. It's like, how well, what do we think about screws that just go straight into a plaster wall? They do have screws that are specifically for that. And what was happening, as you can see, like around this toilet, there was a bigger tank fitted. That was the size of it, and they fitted now a small tank and attached it to the wall. Well, attempted to attach it to the wall by, I don't know if that's what you call 4x2 or whatever, but 4 planks of wood, and just drilled through to the wall. I can get that up really. You can see those 2 screws there. And so what was happening, it was coming away from the wall before, but I also bought new screws just because they were old and rusty, and I thought, oh, it just needs those screws put in it, not realising that when it goes through the whole tank thing, it was leaking and something had gone to the floor. So the floor getting dry, it's still wet. And yesterday, about this area, I saw something flicking up, so I went to pull it up, and I think there was at least a 2-inch, if not an inch, hole there on the left side of the toilet, and it was all soft matter, like it's like wooden. But this is a really good sized bathroom. So over there you can see a really grubby corner where there was a hole when we got here, and we filled it in, and even in this corner. And I was getting ready to decorate here, but I have to admit this room had, so I'd gone and tried to fill, but used there was problems here. I used a cement mix instead of polyfiller, and like even around the bath, the sealant started to what do you call it? I'm just going to sit down. The sealant started to get mouldy, so I started to peel it away, and I was going to put some water sealer in there, but this room just drained me of energy, and I just had it in such a mess. And I have to really apologise to the first emergency who came here to look at the issue, because it did, I'm on an upper floor, so this did affect more than one layer of the flooring in this property, and not intentionally, but here I've got a little dig in my bath as well, so I don't really want to show myself. I'm such a mess. So yeah, this, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, because I just had this place like so dank. I'd been through a lot of stresses living here, I'm not gonna lie, and what I remember is, I remember going, when I first came here, I didn't hear any problems with the toilet. I have to be honest, I thought about it, and there wasn't any thing. And I remember going out, and I have been living in anguish, fear, distress, because I had known people had come into my property and I couldn't prove it. And this had been an anguish on my mind for years. So because I couldn't catch it on film, I couldn't, I could tell people, but it was all on me, because that would be about my health. How, am I paranoid or something like that? But I eventually did, not even realising, catch things on film. But I'm not pointing any fingers, but all I'm saying is I remember going out, and what I'm saying is knowing that I have issues here that have continued from where I've lived before. And I remember coming back and then hearing there was something went off, and then I realised there was a lot of pressure coming from within the tank, and it had happened, and I realised it just took adjusting. I just had to adjust the thing that was in there. I did not call that emergency. I can't remember if I actually did mention it to repair system. I don't know. They'll have that on file if I did or didn't. But I hadn't realised it was a really serious problem because nothing was leaking. What is on the floor, this is just a piece that's torn away. There was just one piece in here, and underneath it is a wood. And it's all sealed. It's a bit old now because it's like years later, but it's all sealed all around. So there was really no reason. I did not feel that realise anything would go down, even though this is a new fitting at the back of the toilet, like it's a concertina thing. It's a bit dirty now, like you've got to be there every day doing it, and I'm used to things like that. So that's what catches the matter. But I don't know about it being concertina clean. I think I'm going to have to get some strong cleaners where it pulls away all dirt from all corners to throw down the toilet. But it did appear, it was right in, but you could see there wasn't it didn't appear to be sealed, but there was no problem. And I just thought it was just, when I saw dark things, I just thought, I'm not cleaning it. I know I've got to come in here and do a really good clean. Then next thing I knew, it was just dashing out all over the place. But I'm not sure about the setup behind, but I realised now, and I remember I was trying to think about, was the first time I really had a problem with the toilet. It wasn't when we first came in, but it was, there was like inside, it was quite a loud toilet. And I put on weight and everything like that, and I then initially thought, oh my God, it's my weight, blah, blah, blah. But it should have been held down a lot sturdier as it is now with a piece of board underneath it. But oh my gosh, I had just remembered those years when I was so happy to get here because it's a really good flat, and it's, it's really sizable rooms and the area's fine. It's just really, outdoor space, everything. And I just remembered coming home and feeling attacked again because, and to be honest, what I want to say is the problem I had is when I had people come here to fix the property, I would find that like little elements of things that I had in my house. It's like, people talk when they go places, I just did this job, I just did that job, and it shouldn't be really any big issue. But I had like action replays, the best way I could say it. And I think unless you've been abused, you may not understand what that is. But it just really made me feel like I had no privacy and I was being violated. And it's taken me a long time to get up and over that. And certainly this incident has really made me realise, I was sitting there writing this down, so I've just got to get over it, it's my mind, it's my brain that functions that way, that's been my brain that's affected my mind, and I just have to get a grip, because I've been in Project Funk in here, and unless you're know that, you may not understand what I mean. So that's the best separation I can give to not having the place, up to scratch or, sort of display ready. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you think about that fitting for a new toilet? I think it should be built around, but they don't have much time or resources apparently. They do, like I asked why wasn't the floors, like all ceramic, but it's cost. But anyway, here my tatty, dirty bathroom. I just want to talk a bit about manifestation. Like, I mean, when you're going through stress, it's really hard to hear about what do you call it, like law of attraction, what does this mean to me, and what didn't I pay attention to? A bloody lot, because I was stressed out. But I don't know whose this postcard is from, but this is, I have this in my bathroom. I've just covered up the wall where I think I've posted online somewhere where I've been, look, I've been, you just see me stating testers, Farrow and Ball. I haven't asked if I can mention them, but but this postcard, I just love it. It reminds me a bit of Ladbroke Grove. I don't know where it's from. It doesn't say. I don't know if it doesn't really say. So if you're the photographer or the artist, thank you. You can always comment if you see it. But it is, I think it's Cuba. It's Cuban or something like that. I don't know if it's a London. Yeah, I don't think it's in this country. But anyway, it reminded me, I just love the whole look of it. And I had this pasted to my front door, and I'm sure it's from that side of the world, you know, Cuba, Havana, or whatever. I'm not geographically good at things. And what I did find really strange was having that on my wall. Just loved the photo, and I just had to have it. I don't know where I've seen it, but I just, oh yeah, gotta get that. It's just a really nice. I have very little on my walls really, and I just found it strange that it kind of related to that kind of South America, Mexico, Cuba kind of place. And I eventually got to go to Mexico, so I just thought that was really a great manifestation, and I just didn't even put it up there for that. But I think it just really reminds me of the Notting Hill and Ladbroke Grove area. I don't think it is there, but I do think it is from the other side of the pond. But yeah, so I'll just end with that. Okay, that's the blog for today. I have been struggling to get to this side of my life because I just think, oh, I'm not very good at this and all that kind of thing. You can see the mess of me. I thought, well, maybe I will just try. So I bought these hooks on Amazon. Just love them. Got them on my door. They're not very well fixed because the doors are quite hollow, but they're cast iron, I think. I must try and find the link. All right, take care, people. This is from Behind the Scenes of Freedom. Ciao.